So first you need a plan. So I want to think of a space, a room. What would this room look like? What colors would I use? How big is it or how small is it? Well, there's a few things I can tell you. One, I want to feel calm in this space. I want it to be a place where I can relax. I want it to be a place where I could meditate. Kind of get away from it all. So these are my goals. How do I create this? Well, first I want to think about colors that I find soothing. I did something a few years ago where I closed my eyes and I thought of a color that made me think of being calm. And I was surprised the color that kind of came to my mind was purple or violet. And then I worked with other colors that would go good with purple. So I used red, blue, and orange. So this is my palette, or the colors I chose for this assignment. You don't necessarily want to use a lot of colors, unless for some reason you find the rainbow to be soothing. I love rainbows, but I don't think a room covered in multicolored rainbows would actually relax me. I think it would kind of get me unrelaxed. It'd be too busy. So I'm trying to relax myself. The other thing you want to think about is what kind of shapes relax you? Do angular, sharp shapes relax you? Or do rounded, soft shapes relax you? I chose rounded and soft. The other thing you have to decide is what color should the background be. So for that, I just chose a color that would go good with these colors or frame them in nicely. Typically, white and black are good colors to use to frame your other colors. Brown would be another good choice. Brown is very earthy and it's very grounding. So you're going to have to write some stuff down for this. Make a list of what you're going to use. Once you have your list, you're ready to get to work. For this assignment, we're going to be using construction paper, glue, and scissors. These are the materials. So you have to solve this situation here with these materials. So let me show you what I came up with. And I'm not finished yet, but I started constructing a little room. And I'm not sure about this part yet. So here's my little room. So I'll show you how to get started with a little box. But here's my floor, and I'm making it flow up into this wall, and then it has these soft shapes coming down. And then I started constructing this thing, but I don't know if I like this. I don't know if that's very relaxing. I think I have to lose these little sharp pieces, but I started weaving that in there. So I might have to get rid of all this. But that's kind of what you have to do. You experiment. You're not sure where it's going. But I think in a space like this, I could imagine myself maybe sitting right here and looking at this wall and meditating and relaxing. So here's my wall I'm looking up at. And I'll add some more color here. I don't want the orange to really stand out that much. That's why I was constructing another piece that goes over that. But I use the orange and the red to kind of set off these other colors and make them really stand out. So I do have to show you how to make the walls. And I made the walls by taking 2 sheets of paper, and let me get 2 sheets of paper out. So I'll use a brown and pink paper to get started. First thing I'll do is fold them in half. And then I fold them in half again. Open them back up. I'm gonna reverse fold this. This is going to have to go. Let's see if I remember how I did this. I have to cut one of these up to the center this way, and then I'll cut this one up to the center. This is going to go like this. So let me reverse fold this one. There's one side. It could go up high like this if you want taller walls. And then this one's going to go the same way. So let me get my glue and just glue this in place. So I'm just gluing a triangle on there because I know that will fit where I want it to go. Crease that down so it stands up nice and tall. Crease this there. I'll do the same thing with this piece. Triangle. Fold it over. And now I'm going to connect these together. You really should use the same color. I want to get those to slide together so they're kind of, if it's all the same color, then you don't, if it comes underneath like this piece, it won't show up. All right, I want to get them together, and then I'll just glue down these flaps. Try to do it all while it's still wet so that you can slide things together a little more easily. Alright, now I have a nice big empty 3-sided wall shoebox situation that's ready for my calm, soothing background. I think that's about all we can accomplish in one class. Next week I'll go over some techniques for building up those little elements like this and this. All right, I will see you next week.